I know nostalgia bait is all the rage these days, and well, I'm going to talk about a movie that I don't think is nostalgia bait. At least it wasn't for, yeah, it was nostalgic for me, but I think it stands on its own and is a prime example of a good, fun, family summer flick that you can just sit back and enjoy. My name is Bill from Field of Geeks, and I am talking today, of course, about Karate Kid Legends. Now, I've been a huge fan of the Karate Kid franchise since I was a kid. Karate Kid 1 and 2 were probably my favorites of all time. I watched them ad nauseum, as did my mom. So she went to this movie with me, and I also took my daughter, who's never seen anything from the Karate Kid franchise in her life. My mom has never seen anything outside of Karate Kid 1 and 2. She might have watched 3, I don't know. But she's never seen anything with Cobra Kai, and they both enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie too, and you don't really need to know a whole hell of a lot going into it. It's not like Marvel movies where you have to do all this homework leading up to the movie or you'll be lost. This movie stands entirely on its own, and if you want a movie to introduce everybody to the Karate Kid franchise for the very first time, this is a perfect movie to do it with. It follows a lot of the same formula as the original Karate Kid did, and that's not by accident. That was kind of the point. They wanted to make a movie that was just fun, that everybody could enjoy, and they certainly did that with this. So I'm going to get into the non-spoiler stuff here real quick. This movie does have a phenomenal cast. Of course, you have Jackie Chan in this movie, who is reprising his role from the Karate Kid reboot they did with Jaden Smith back in 2008-ish, around there. I wasn't a big fan of that movie, but Jackie Chan, of course, I love Jackie Chan. I can watch him in anything. He's phenomenal. You've also got Ralph Macchio reprising his role as Daniel LaRusso. Not really a spoiler, but he doesn't appear until about an hour into the movie. So this movie is not just focused on Daniel. It's not just focused on Karate Kid. It's not just focused on the nostalgia of the property. It's its own self-contained story, and they are involved in it, but their involvement is minimal, which is okay. You also have Ben Wang playing Li Fong, the lead character in this movie, the lead protagonist, if you will, our hero. He does a great job. I don't know if he did his own stunts in this movie, but he's really good. And, of course, there's other characters in this movie that round out the story and make it really grounded. The premise of this story is that Li Fong, he is a kung fu student of Master Shifu Han, Jackie Chan's character, and he lives in Hong Kong. He loves going to train kung fu. He's a big kung fu student, big kung fu guy. His mom doesn't like that. The reason why his mom doesn't like that, we'll get into in the spoiler included review. But she gets a new job. They move to New York. Classic fish out of water situation, but it's still a pretty cool movie, and they do it really well. So it's a simple, fun story that follows the tradition of Karate Kid. You're going to love this movie whether you're a Karate Kid fan or not, and I give it 5 out of 5 stars. I know I say that a lot with a lot of movies, but I typically go to see movies that I enjoy. There's a little something for everybody in this movie, and whether you're a longtime fan or brand new to the franchise, you're going to love it. With that being said, I'm going to get into spoiler territory here, so if you don't want to be spoiled, if you haven't seen the movie yet, totally understand. This is your time to click off the video, and I thank you for listening this far. Now getting into the spoiler territory for this movie. So the main premise of this, the main reason why Li Fong's mom, who is played by Ming-Na Wen, great actress, by the way. I love her and everything she's ever done. She does not want him participating in Kung Fu. She doesn't want him fighting. She doesn't want him doing any of that. The reason being is that his brother, his older brother, used to be a tournament fighter kind of guy, kind of like Johnny Lawrence, kind of like Daniel LaRusso, used to do tournaments, stuff like that. One day he did a tournament where he won. The guy he beat in the finals didn't like that, so he got 3 of his friends. They jumped him. They stabbed him. He died. Very tragic. So it's one of those kind of, you know, I want to do this because it's my passion, but my passion sort of backhandedly got my brother killed kind of scenarios. And there's more to go with that. I won't spoil all of the story for you, but that's the main premise of this that you need to know going forward. There's not really anything referenced from Cobra Kai other than Mr. Miyagi and his involvement. There is kind of a opening montage, if you will, that explains how this is all connected. And it's really cool. It's really like just very precise, very to the point, and I like that about this movie. It's only an hour and a half long, but they pack a ton of story into this movie, which makes it really fun. And like I said, my mom and my daughter went with me. They both enjoyed it. They know nothing about the back history of Cobra Kai, any of that crap. Cobra Kai is not even really referenced until the last scene of the movie, where we see Johnny Lawrence make a appearance, and it's more of kind of a played for laughs kind of thing. But me personally, I think that this is a perfect bookend to the Miyagi verse. I never really liked the next Karate Kid with Hilary Swank. It wasn't for me. It could be, you know, I'm sure there's people out there that think it's the best movie in the world. It wasn't for me. The reboot, as I mentioned, I wasn't a fan of. But this is a perfect way to cap off that legend of the Karate Kid, of Mr. Miyagi, and all that. The one unique thing about this is that we always see in these Karate Kid movies, like, there's a kid who's getting picked on and he's bullied and he knows nothing about defending himself, and he has to go through this whole training montage to learn how to be a karate master. The kid in this, Li Fong, he's already really good at Kung Fu. But this tournament that he's going to be involved in, it's more like visceral. It's more of a street fighting kind of thing. And all the flashy flips and kicks and stuff like that that's associated with Kung Fu is already proven to not really work for him, because he gets his ass kicked by the bully in this movie, who does a really good job. His name is Connor, played by Artemis Knight, another great actor in this movie. He did really good. But he's more of like a ground and pound MMA kind of guy. And yeah, so he kind of needs to learn, Li Fong needs to kind of learn some of the fundamentals of defense, right? You need a strong defense, and that's what Miyagi-Do is all about. So that's how it kind of all comes together. And they do that really well. There's a lot of charm in this movie. It works really well for me, and as a huge fan of Karate Kid, I loved it. You'll love it too. Like I said, 5 out of 5 stars. Go and see it. If you don't get a chance to see it in theaters, it'll probably be on Netflix before you know it. And yeah, that's about it. So as always, thank you for listening. Give us a like, a comment. Tell us what you liked about the movie. Tell us what you didn't like about the movie. I know I normally do like a 5 good things and 5 bad things about these reviews. I didn't find anything bad about this movie. I really didn't. And that's why this review is kind of unique for me, I guess. But go see it. You'll love it. And as always, I am Bill with Field of Geeks. Thank you for listening, and we will see you later. Peace.